So when I was a Buddhist meditator, you would hear a lot about cultivating the witness state. Even if you aren't practicing Buddhist meditation or any kind of meditation, you hear about this all the time, or being more present or being more mindful. And one of the things that I found at that point in my life was that the more mindful I tried to be, or the more I tried to witness myself, the more I got myself into this metacognitive state of actually feeling tighter and more anxious about it. It didn't feel natural. It didn't feel like what was I witnessing? Am I witnessing? Like, it became this very chatter-filled, not particularly illuminating dialogue with myself. And then when I found Vedic meditation, and it was all about the mantra, the sound, the acoustical properties of this Sanskritic word having an effect on your nervous system, again, as a musician, but also as someone who's very kinesthetic and, pretty verbal and analytical. So like having something where I was supposed to be witnessing myself or noticing myself thinking thoughts and then not having the thought just kind of wrapped me up in a spiral that I felt like I could actually never get anywhere in meditation. And the beautiful thing about Vedic meditation is that just one of many initial benefits, as you lower the excitation in the body, you lower the stress on a physical level in the body, other things start to open up, right? The sensory acuity starts to sharpen. You notice more space between a stimulus and response, or whereas before it just would have been a reaction, you actually can choose a response and it's in that space between the stimulus and response versus just unconscious reaction, habituation. That to me is the start of noticing the witness state, of actually being able to notice, do I want to say that? Or, to apply the Tishtatan saying, is it kind, is it true, and is it necessary? And if it doesn't meet those three criteria, maybe I don't need to say it. But then, it grows from there so that I found that I was actually organically, without having to be mindful, I was more mindful day to day as a result of just physiologically being in a state and having less backlog of stress in my system that came from my Vedic practice. And the more that has grown and stabilized and expanded in my life, that can mean that even in really difficult